I saw more in my first couple of years of my career than most guys will in their entire career. And there's new studies. I always felt that way. And then there's data that came out. There were folks that retired or would have started per se in like the 70s and retired, let's say on an average 30-year career, about 2000. Now, anybody coming in their first like 3 to 5 years across the board on average is going to see more than somebody would in a 35-year career 35 years ago, 30 years ago.
Is that across the board, or is that police, fire, paramedics, or is it just
Yeah,
fire?
that's all. Yeah, all first responders, emergency services across the board. So anybody showing up to a 911 call, yeah, like somebody in 3 to 5 years now across the board. It's going to differ on the call volume in areas, but across the board, they did a national study, and in 3 to 5 years now, people will see more than people did an entire career over decades, previous years ago. Just the increase in accidents, the increase in violence, I guess. Studies are just a lot more going on, especially the mental health crisis. I would say there's a lot more suicides. So there's just a whole lot more trauma that these first responders are being exposed to at a significantly increased level than it used to be.
And when I talk to people about this, it's like, you talk about combat veterans, and they're like, "Oh, I totally get that." And I'm like, and a lot of times it's the worst is our first responders, and they look at me kind of funny. And I'm like, well, who do you think sees all the car wrecks? Who do you think fishes the 4-year-old kids out of pools? Like, who do you think sees the gunshot wounds and the burned bodies? And so, like our first responders put themselves between that trauma and us for us. And so that's kind of one of those things.